Hi everyone and welcome to the course Advanced Acceleration from Idea to Business Concept and Entrepreneurial Journey. This module is offered by the Erasmus Plus project under KA2 Capacity Building in the Field of Higher Education, and the project title is Connecting Universities with Industry through Smart Entrepreneurial Cooperation and Competitive Intelligence of Students in Moldova, Georgia and Armenia. This is Dr. Paraskevi Gyurka, and this video is for part A of module 3. We are going to talk today about needs discovery and validation methods and competition basics for startups. A successful startup begins with a good idea. However, from the moment this idea is conceived and until a startup grows, it goes through a series of maturity phases that determine its viability. For many first-timers with great ideas, the process can be exciting but also complex. Tactics put in place for moving a great idea to addressing a real market need or for obtaining a market share requires A. the definition and the validation of this need and analysis of the competition, and B. understanding the synthesis of the targeting market segments, defining appropriate revenue models, and penetrating the market successfully, obtaining a viable share in it. This training module is for startup entrepreneurs who are working towards realizing a business idea and are either in the very first steps of conceptualization or have initiated process of designing the business and revenue models. By the end of this module, students will be able to identify and validate a market need, understand the importance of market research for the successful introduction of a new product, analyze the competition and identify a competitive advantage, evaluate and design a business model for a successful concept based on the customer profile. When thinking of launching a new product or starting a business, it requires much more than enthusiasm, hard work, and brilliant ideas. Validating the real need and the demand for your product is of utmost importance, if not the most important element in the beginning of your business. It may sound logical and easy, but still founders often face problems with that part of the process. And why is that? Many times founders need to create and serve the conceived solution, and in their eyes, this solution is much greater than the market need. So, the presence of a problem for the market does not necessarily imply that the targeted customers have a need to solve, or they are not solving it in some other way today. For this reason, it is important to explore and discover how the customers are presently covering this need and with what solutions or alternatives they solve their problem. Decrypting all the pieces of the problem or the elements in the problem creation and how those rank individually in the mind of the customer is critical before proceeding. The chances are that a startup has never figured out that when they came with their product idea. Uniqueness is often projected as an advantage by inventors or founders, but this is not always the case. Many times the product is not as unique as believed, or its uniqueness is just the outcome of market need absence. Both startups and mentors should be extra careful regarding the uniqueness argument when it appears or when the competitive advantage of a solution is examined. So, in order to learn more about the market, it is always wise to start with the existing knowledge. The variety of information sources that are available today offers opportunities for analytical secondary research, which is considerably easier today for founders, and this helps them cut through to the chase and avoid substantial expenses. There are many sources offering important data and insights on market developments, as well as trends in the technology, solutions that are already offered in the market, and which of the competitors have the necessary resources, as for example, the capital to compete to a certain market. Decrypting the explored information and understanding how cluttered the market with the competition, as well as with the available options for the customers, offers some valuable business intelligence and can save many from the trouble of implementation based on wrong assumptions. After exploring the market competitive landscape, it is always useful to map how the direct and indirect competition works. This can be done with the help of a perceptual map that will reveal the big picture for the wannabe entrepreneur. Understanding the competitors requires a systematic exploration process and is not limited to a simple Google research by no means. For each competitor identified, one must take a good look at their products, their business model, including pricing, their sales channels, and their customers or the users' opinion, their marketing strategies and their positioning, as well as their weaknesses and more. The more information you acquire about your competitors, the more likely you are to find the missing piece of the problem that no one has managed to solve yet. The thing that sets you apart from your competition, that is your competitive advantage. Now, the different types of competitors can be categorized in the following three categories. Direct competition. This category includes the competitors who target the same type of consumers as you do, and they have a similar product, or they are targeting the same niche market, to achieve the same thing. Now, indirect competition includes the competitors that may offer a similar product, but to a completely different audience. And the tertiary competition includes competitors that are tangentially related to your startup. They could offer related products and services that are trending, but they can also be businesses that may be beneficial to partner with. Now, Lean Startup Methodology is a method developed by Eric Ries and is built around 3 blocks. The build, measure, learn blocks. This method can help startups perform marketing research in a much cheaper and easy ways than in the past. It is estimated that due to the combination of internet access to secondary data and more efficient ways to design and introduce a business with the help of the technology, the cost of launching a startup, listen to that, has fallen from $5 million in year 2000 to $5,000 today. The Lean Startup methodology is based on Steve Blank's theory, pointing out the problems of applying emphasis on product development instead of customer development, and early learning about customers and their problems. Steve Blank's theory is analyzed in his book, The 4 Steps to the Epiphany, Successful Strategies for Products That Win, published in 2005. Now, when doing marketing research, an important element that many startups lack to do is to ask the right questions. And this is imperative as to decrypt the truth behind secondary data and information that a startup has already collected at hand in order to validate any assumptions related to the product. Asking the right set of questions follows a basic rule. We never ask if people would adopt or if they would be willing to buy the proposed solution in the future. This is a classic and potentially dangerous mistake to do, as it is quite unlikely that anyone will give you an honest or an accurate indication. Exploring the truth about the market pain, the need for a better solution, and the desire to adopt it is done by seeking for signs and indications on the customer user's past and present behavior. That happens because no one can simply tell you how he or she will behave in the future. So, the main objectives when validating the need is to ask questions about what is the problem that they are facing, how big this problem is, and how intense is the need to solve it with a solution that doesn't already exist in the market. Thank you for watching this video. To learn more, come with us to the scheduled learning materials and webinars of the Advanced Acceleration from Ideas to Business Concept and Entrepreneurial Journey. Thank you.